Yes, hello and welcome to a brand new season of Sydney FC pre-game shows. And as you can see, myself, Simon Hill, and Sydney FC legend Alex Brosque in a rather different location this year, very stylish one as well. We're actually on board the Star Luxury Yacht, just moored nearby the Star Entertainment Centre. Of course, the Star Brosque, one of Sydney FC's principal partners, and we've had a little tour around this wonderful vessel. Absolutely splendid.
It was, and to be fair, last year we did most of our stuff on the field. But if this is where we're going to be every week,
we'll have it. I'm not sure we're going to be able to afford to rent it, either of us, not even jointly. But anyway, it's a great place to do this show. So it is Derby week, of course, which is fantastic for all concerned in Sydney. Brosque, how was your off season, and how much are you looking forward to this particular derby?
Yeah, off-season was good. It allowed everyone just to take a bit of a break, step back and enjoy time with the family. But it's good that football's back. It wasn't a long break, but to have the derby come around so soon as well is, for me in particular, very, very special. Living out in Western Sydney and getting to experience the derby is always great.
What's your favourite derby memory?
Oh, look, there'd be a few, but I think one of them that just off the top of my head, I think is definitely that round one, 60,000 people, 4-0. So much hype leading into that game. I made a lot of comments that got the Wanderers fans a little bit upset. So there was a lot that we had to back up going into that game, and we did it in style. So that was definitely a highlight. Okay, well, we always know there's plenty of passion about when the derby comes around. Let's take a look back now at some of the most heated moments.
Lash out by Georgievski, and it caught the face of young Tillio, and Georgievski's in real bother here, I fancy. There's no doubt about it. Try and make sure this doesn't escalate further, because he's going to be shown the 7th red card in the history of the Sydney derby. It's no yellow, it's a straight red for violent conduct. That's clever, that's onside. Here's a chance for Rowley. Bonavacia pulls one back. This goal could yet be chalked off. It's going to be a free kick. Marcus Babbel saw him point towards the centre circle, and he thought that was goal time. But Marcus Babbel is fuming, and plenty will agree with him. The VAR has come up with another howler, in many people's opinion. Marcus Babbel with that show of dissent is sent off. It's a red card for Babbel, who kicks the advertising hoardings in frustration. He's sent to the stands. Touchline ban coming up as well.
And then Alex Brosque, chance for Sydney. Was he brought down? Chris Beath had a look at it, had to think about it, and said no.
Braithwaite, Brosque, penalty.
Clear penalty.
It's a penalty. Chris Beath was close. He had a good look at it. Braithwaite, Brosque, penalty.
Clear penalty.
It's a penalty. Chris Beath.
Wow, I think that one still burns, Brosque. That was the game you lost 1-0. Was a penalty or not?
Look, for me it definitely was. Anything involving me, when I look back, definitely. But look, we actually got told from the referee when they came back the following year that they used that as their, with the VAR talk, and they said that it would have been given. So I'm maintaining it was a penalty. The referees came back and apologised, but in the end, we still lost.
That spoiled your invincible season as well.
It did, and look, to be fair, there were a few games still to go. We don't know what would have happened from there, but yeah, that's something the Wanderers can hold over us. That stopped our invincible season.
The other thing they've got over Sydney FC at the moment, despite all Sydney FC's success, he won the double, of course, last season, couldn't beat the Wanderers in the derby. It's 4 matches now since the Sky Blues have won this fixture. Yeah,
and that's probably, look, the only disappointing thing from a Sydney FC fan point of view, I think, over the last couple of seasons. We definitely had a good run over them, but now we haven't won in a while, so I think that's something we need to correct.
Well, Sydney FC did win the fixture in Wollongong against Wellington Phoenix by 2-1. What did you make of their performance on that particular occasion at Wynn Stadium, Brosque? And in particular, those 2 goals from Callum Nieuwenhof and Luke Bratton, pretty special, huh?
They were special. I think definitely worthy of winning any match. But I think Callum Nieuwenhof just continues to impress everybody. He's come in relatively unknown to the to fans sitting outside and looking from the outside in. But he's made that position his own, and he's looked every bit a comfortable holding midfielder in that Sydney FC team. So he's impressed me. I think he definitely deserved that goal and deserved for more people to be talking about him. And the victory in general, I think, was a good, solid start for them.
How big a future has this kid got, Brosque? He's exploded onto the scene, particularly at the Asian Champions League.
And look, that was a huge test for him. You know, I think a lot of kids in that situation will either sink or swim, basically. And he came out flying. He looked comfortable, like I said. Doesn't matter who he was paired up against. He likes coming in deep and getting the ball. He's confident, but not arrogant. And I think, look, he's just a joy to watch at the moment. Everyone I've spoken to has nothing but glowing words to say about him. And like I said, he continues to impress with every appearance.
Okay, has got a bit of an ankle problem, so we'll see if he gets selected for the game against the Wanderers this weekend. If he does, of course, it'll be his first taste of derby action, and he's probably going to have a few nerves, but if he does, perhaps he can take inspiration from looking back on that famous game, round 1 in 2016, when Sydney FC absolutely belted the Wanderers by 4 goals to 0. Let's reminisce now on that night, the season opener it was, with one of Brosque's former teammates, Michael Zullo.
I feel like I've done this before.
A huge night for the A-League. And let battle commence in front of this.
Yeah, this is the first derby. I remember it pretty well because it was my first game for Sydney FC, first A-League game for Sydney FC. So the build-up was massive. You know, Western Sydney games are always the biggest of the season for us, one of the biggest because of the Sydney derby. But ANZ was full. It was 60-something thousand. That was a strong tackle by Cornthwaite there. I remember that. That's good. That's kind of what derbies are about. Then all the boys get in the mix and nothing really happens. But you know, this is the kind of feeling that these games have, not just between the players, between the fans and stuff as well. And it's exciting. It's an exciting part of the A-League. But yeah, watching these highlights, I didn't remember. I'd forgotten how under the pump we were sort of in the first half because I kind of just remember it for all the right reasons, but they actually had quite a few decent chances. What's this one? Oh, it's a good save from Booker. Yep, Holosco's goal. So yeah, we didn't score until the 50th minute, but I felt like we were really on top in that game. I remember when this goal went in, we were the away team at the time, and everyone was behind the goals. And that was my first taste of the Cove and stuff like that. So it was awesome to be a part of. That year, Holosco and Bobo were always in the mix, always at the back post. So it was good for me. I think maybe Holosco. I think I may have crossed him the ball soon, but ended up in a goal. No surprises, but here it is. So yeah, I got it on my right foot, which is never used. Got it to Holosco and he put it back to Bobo. So even though Holosco's gone, hopefully a lot more of that from Bobo this year. Very excited to get him back. But yeah, this is great memories. Yeah, that was a great goal.
And just the perfect little square back for his former teammate in Turkey and now teammate in Sydney.
2-0 was still, I don't know, you just never feel like it's over the line in a derby with 2-0. So what happened here? Oh yeah, this is another good save from Vukovic. He had a great year that year, great season. But I think when the third went in, is this it here? Oh no, this is Buster making his trademark run at the back post. There he is. Should have scored that one. Yeah, 61,800 people. That was pretty special night for a regular season game. And seems like a lifetime ago now with COVID and whatnot, but looking forward to eventually getting all the fans back to our games and getting some good crowds and all that kind of stuff. But here's Alex Brosque hitting his top speed, 20 k's an hour. Yeah, that was soft. I think I've said this before. It was a soft red card. I think Brosque's milked that one. You know, no surprises. But I remember this. Brandon stepped up, put it top corner. There he is. He ran over to his family, gave him a point. There he is, Brandon Flake. Yeah. So at this point, we probably I thought it was over. 85th minute, obviously, 3-0 up. They're down to 10 men. So. You know, and then the Gazelle, Matt Simon down the right wing, the GOAT, put it back in, and then the skipper, Alex Brosque, had his tap in. So that was the icing on the cake for him to get the goal. But yeah, incredible memory of this game. For a debut for Sydney in the A-League and my first Sydney derby, I couldn't have hoped for much more than that.
Yeah, Michael Zullo giving you a bit of an uppercut there, Brosque. A famous night in Sydney FC's history, a walloping win. Bobo amongst the scorers. We'll hear from him a little bit later on in the show. But that really sort of set the template in that round one fixture for you to go the entire season almost undefeated and ultimately to win the championship.
Yeah, and I mentioned it before. We made a few comments, both myself and Arnie, heading into that game and heading into the season about our aspirations. So there was a lot of pressure, and I think the fact that we went on to win as comfortable as we did just gave us that confidence that, we could back up our talk, and look, that did set the tone for the rest of the season. Yeah,
it was a great night. It's nearly 62,000 people watching. Of course, it's not just the men's derby this weekend, but after it, there's also a W-League derby between Sydney FC and the Wanderers. Already this season. We've had one played already, Brosque, and Sydney FC won it fairly comfortably by 3-0. A brace from Princess Abini and the opening goal from Courtney Vine. What have you made of the girls' start to the campaign? They played 2-1-2, can't ask for more than that.
No, it's been perfect, like you said, and I think this year will be a test not just for them, but for everyone across both A-League and W-League, with the amount of foreigners not being able to come in. But like I said before, it gives the opportunity for the younger boys, younger girls coming through, and Sydney FC, the W-League team, has done exactly that. They've lost a lot of experience, but their younger girls have stepped up and they've looked every bit the part, so they've been great. It'll be a challenge for Ante Juric, but so far, with the direction and leadership of Teresa Polias as well, I think they're in very good hands and so far looking good.
Yep, the likes of Caitlin Ford and Alana Kennedy and Chloe Lagazo, no longer with the squad, of course. They've gone overseas, but their replacements have done a pretty good job. And the game against Newcastle Jets, where they had to come from behind after Tara Andrews had put the Jets in front, two absolute crackers from Taylor Ray and from Rachel Lowe. As Brosque mentioned, a number of youngsters across both the men's and the women's squad this season. Some of them might be a bit too young to remember even the start of this rivalry with the Wanderers, so we thought we'd put them to the test. What do they know about the derby?
Giving you attitude right before my career. This is really off the cusp, but I honestly just have to say, is it Alex Brosque? Del Piero.
Del Piero. Ages ago. I'm not too sure. I'll have a guess and say Alex Brosque.
5-0. And the fans got really creative with some posters that game. I remember it because I attended that game. 5-0.
5-0. 5-0, yeah. 4-0.
16. 15. 14. Have we lost twice? I should have known that. 15. Ooh, yeah.
14. Say 13.
Oh, Princess and Bernie. So that's 1. Who else? A-League. Oh, Ryan McGowan and his brother, that I forgot his name. What's his name? Dylan McGowan. He's the captain, isn't he, now of Wanderers? Yeah. So 2?
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. That's all right, I got 50%.
Princess and Bernie and the McGowan brothers.
2. McGowan's and the Abinis. Yeah, so the McGowans and the Abinis, so 2. Winner, chicken dinner.
Princess Abini? I think somebody got a bit confused between Bernie Abini and Princess Abini there. One man who's had a huge impact on derbies in the past, of course, is the Brazilian striker Bobo, who has scored 3 times in 6 of these particular fixtures. And, of course, as I'm sure you know by now, Sydney FC's favourite Brazilian is back in the country, re-signing, and a very good replacement probably for Adam Lafondra in attack. Bobo told us this week how he's feeling after he returns to the A-League.
Happy to be back. Is like come back home. Great feeling. Good to see the boys and they meet the new ones here. I feel good. We try to keep fit in the quarantine. We got the treadmill there. We try to do the program the last sent to me. So let's see now what's gonna happen. It's always try to follow the games. Last season I watched the grand final in Brazil. So every time I try to get information about how it's going season.
What did you make of everybody's reaction when you were signed again? Everyone was very happy. That must have made you feel happy.
Yeah, make me feel happy. Like because in the Instagram or the Facebook, the people send a lot of messages to me that like make me happy. You know, when you get like message from the supporters, your supporters, then they never forget what we did in the past.
Now you're back here. What are you hoping to achieve this season in Sydney FC?
Yeah, we try to get the third consecutive trophy for this club. And like, we need to do what they have done the last 4 or 5 years. Try to get another trophy.
You've experienced that before, winning the trophies with Sydney FC. What is that feeling like, and how much would it mean to do it again now that you're back?
It's about hard work. We need to work hard and together with the boys. Then we go to try to do this again.
And just lastly, obviously Sydney Derby is this weekend. You've played a lot of games against Western Sydney. What are those games like?
It's different games when you play derbies. It's always different, you know, different feeling. But we try to do what we do in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, Bobo still holds the A-League record for the most goals in a single season, netting a whopping 27 in 2017-18. Brosque, the old saying is, you should never go back. You had 2 spells with Sydney, worked all right for you. How's it going to work out for Bobo?
Look, I think good. I think he'll probably be asked to play a different role than the one that he played last time around. I think he is a little bit older, and the fact you've got the likes of Trent Bahagia fit and playing well. Look, I think the point of him being there is to just add that little bit of pressure, add competition for places, which probably without him being there wasn't there as much. So look, I think he'll have a big role to play, no doubt. He'll still get the goals like he always does. But that little bit of pressure and competition for places, I think, will be good for both Trent and Costa.
You mentioned Trent Bahagia there. He did particularly well at the Champions League, scored, I think, 4 goals in the group stage over there. He will feel that this is his time, so this is good pressure in a way for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, look, the good players tend to thrive off competition and pressure like that, and he's a good kid with a good head on his shoulders. And seems to thrive off this pressure. A lot was made of who's going to score the goals when Alfie left, and like you said, he did well in the Champions League and really stepped up there. So I'm confident that this is his year. He'll, you know, he's got his injury worries behind him now. He's fit, he's scoring goals, and I think he'll just carry that on this season.
Nice problem for coach Steve Corica to have. Corica, of course, in 2 seasons in charge, has won 3 trophies, 2 championships, and 1 Premier's play. But last season, as we mentioned at the top of the show, he didn't manage to get one over the top of the Wanderers. So that's no doubt something he's looking to put right this season. Let's hear from Bimby now, the man in charge, how he's looking forward to this weekend's derby.
Looking forward to it, obviously. Derby's always special. It's the first one of the season as well. So, yeah, it's something to look forward to. A great stadium here at ANZ as well, and hopefully we get some good support and we get 3 points. That's the main thing at the end of the day.
And just on the Wanderers, I mean, obviously made a lot of big signings and they've won the last few over you. I mean, some might say that they're starting to knock you off as the Premier team in Sydney. What do you say to that?
Oh, I think they're a long shot from that. You know, they're a good team. Obviously, Carl's got them playing a good brand of football as well. They brought in some good players, but yeah, you know, we just want to focus on our game. We want to win, of course. Like you said, they've beaten us the last couple of games. We drew with them last game, so but it's a new season, new coach, new players, and you know, we just want to keep moving forward, pick up the 3 points, and we move on from there.
All good for Saturday?
He's got a bit of a swollen ankle. It happened yesterday at training, so we'll have to see. He won't train today. He'll train tomorrow and see how he goes. So Well, I think everyone has been very impressed with him. He's done a great job. Obviously, he started with the Champions League. He played all the minutes over there. He did exceptionally well. And obviously, 2 weeks ago against Wellington, his first game, he scored a bomb. He played well, which was the main thing. Worked hard for the team, and he's doing a good job at the moment.
The other big name everyone's talking about is Bobo. Is he going to play on Saturday?
No, Bobo won't be playing. Obviously, he's just got out of quarantine. He needs probably a couple of weeks before we're ready to consider him into the team. He's need to work on his fitness a little bit. Obviously, coming from Brazil, he hadn't played a lot as well. Been training, but not playing. So I think he might take a few weeks to get back into it.
How did it all come about getting Bobo back? I guess you've got to replace the goals that Adam.
Yeah, well, we want obviously Trent and Costa to do that, but obviously we needed to bring in another striker as well, just to make sure we have the depth in the squad and cover. And like I said, he gives another dimension to how we want to play. He's a bigger boy than what we've got. He's great in the air, Bobo, as well. So, that's something we can obviously add to our game as well.
Yeah, Steve Corica is going to be up against his former Wolverhampton Wanderers teammate Carl Robinson in the technical zone at ANZ Stadium at the weekend. As he mentioned there, Brosque, there's a doubt over Callum Nieuwenhof, which would be a blow given the way he started this campaign, but Steve does have options in that midfield area. Yeah, they've got a lot of depth in that position. I think you can, obviously Retro, who hasn't played much recently, but he can step in. You've got Caceres, who can drop in and play alongside him. Baumjohann will come in at the 10. So definitely a lot of options, but hopefully he does play. Where is this derby going to be won and lost, Brosque? For me, I think being the first derby, and given the Wanderers' performance in the other derby in round one for them, where they lost at home and probably didn't come out with the required fight that I think you need in those big games, I think we'll see probably a bit more fight heading into this game. So I think it'll be tense, it'll be fiery, there'll be a lot more tackles flying around, and I think whoever wins that aspect of the game will go on to win. Okay, and a prediction from you? We always ask you to put your head on the block. And yeah, look, I'm predicting a close one because of that sort of fiery nature that I think there will be in this game, but hopeful of another 4-0. All right, thanks very much, Brosque. We hope you enjoy the game. Of course, it is live on Fox Sports and on KO and on ABC and, of course, on the MyFootball app. And we'll be back, hopefully, for the next pre-game show. Thanks to the Star for this wonderful venue. Enjoy the game. We'll see you soon. We'll leave you with some classic derby moments from the past. See ya.